Hey.
Hi.
Hey. You get to see my eyes today.
Good morning. Oh,
wow. I didn't realize.
Jeez. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
And good night.
Oh, wow. Welcome to another episode of Code Switching Naturally. I am AJ.
I'm Chic.
Hello, Salem. My name's Winifred. What's yours?
I'm Channing.
Wow. Okay.
I had to. So you got right into it. I was gonna go right off the top, but I snuck in there.
Yeah.
And it was worth it.
It's totally worth it. Okay. Well, before we get started, thoughts and prayers to all of those affected by Hurricane Ian. Ian came a little aggressive.
It was
just a little bit
catastrophic for other people.
Right. Yeah, no, it was like real spicy not here.
Yeah.
It was real spicy to Fort Myers, Naples, Orlando, and the central Florida area. So I'm definitely praying for everybody there. And definitely for my school, because it was definitely affected.
Oh, yeah.
But,
flooded.
Yeah. But I do know that there's always a get back that comes, very much so. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, so somebody shout out to Pastor Dez, because he posted this. I'm not supposed to make a joke about this, but it was hilarious. He said, Duval like that uncle that don't play. And he was just like, hold on, y'all, because
was it the post that was like, I'm Hurricane Ian?
Watch your tone when you talking to me. I mean, I'm just playing. I am Tropical Storm Ian. And it's so true. I promise you, people in Duval have no sense whatsoever. Actually, Floridians have no sense whatsoever.
That's true.
Hurricane comes, we turn into a party.
It's a party. It's time to relax.
We're doing
it for Lil Saint.
We doing it for Lil Saint, and so it's just
we out in the streets barbecuing.
Yeah.
People get wild during hurricane season.
Absolutely. And it's definitely I just wanted to take the time out to just send my thoughts and wishes and prayers to them. Mm-hmm. But let's start with who's taking that L. I think we have two. No, we don't. We have one.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the other one again.
I want to so bad.
I am so like it is. It is 2 steps, 2 degrees of separation from that mess. So I'm not gonna.
I want to so bad.
I'm not gonna do it. Just like if you're the I love my wife guy, you should probably love your wife.
Okay. Oh, snap. Okay, wait. All right. So if you're not watching, I just got caught to my mic, so by my earring. But anyway.
We are doing great.
So yeah, the L goes to I don't even like saying this. I don't like saying this man's name. But his name is DJ Academics.
Oh yeah, what he do?
Child, always speaking on stuff out of turn. So he decided that during one of his streams, he decided that he was going to talk about Reginae Carter and about the fact that she left. What that man's name is? Lucci wife? I don't know. Whoever her ex-boyfriend is, the man that's in jail right now. Mm-hmm. He's making it seem as if she left him once he caught the charges or the case that he has right now while he's sitting in jail. Okay. And he was basically saying that she done downgraded to this feminine ass nigga and basically just speaking on her wildest shit. And he was like, bitches, I mean, let me not say that. And I was just like, oh, you really that bold to talk about Reginae Carter like that?
Right.
The narrative he was pushing, it was just like, oh, well, she not going to stay with Lucci because he got a possibility of having 25 to life or whatever.
He was trying to push
you
this idea that like women need to hold their man down while they in prison. And, like,
correct.
Girl, that's your choice.
And then in the same breath, he over here like being mad disrespectful to her and to him, but he was just like, "Hey, bro, I don't do all that. Don't fight me." But then you speaking on him, like you saying because
it's
he
not even
respects
just like you're speaking on him. You're speaking disrespectfully, purposefully,
Right.
to him,
Right.
and
about him.
and about him. So
and her.
and then you say, "But don't fight me."
Like, okay, so listen, if you are gonna talk cash shit,
be ready to cash it.
you need to be able to back it up.
As the old folks say, don't write a check your ass can't cash.
Right.
Per.
And like, he just.
And it doesn't help that he keep like, and he's always been known for speaking disrespectfully to women, about women. But when it comes to men, he's very like, oh no, I respect you, I will fuck with you, I da. Where was that energy? Where's that same energy that you give women? But this the same nigga that was on a podcast running his cash mouth like he was gonna put his hands on a female till she pulled a gun on him. Then he's screaming, running like a little bitch.
Right.
So to me, you keep talking about stuff out of turn, and it's just like you sound crazy, but you won't get that same energy to a man.
Okay. Here's the pocket.
Out of it.
Over there. Speaking of, another L.
Okay, so we do have two.
We do have two. Chris Rock.
Oh boy.
I forget the woman's name, but he was talking about how he said no. He declined the offer to host the Oscars. And he was like, that'd be like returning to the scene of the crime, like insert woman's name that I don't remember. One, this was like something that happened in like the 90s.
You talking about
What was that woman's name?
What was her name? Yeah, look at Thank you. Look at Google. Hey, Google's your friend. If you don't know something, look up. Okay. And then verify.
Chris Rock. Turn down. And while I'm talking about it, keep going.
Right. Yeah, he was like, it would be like returning to the scene of the crime, kind of like blah, 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 for her sunglasses. And I'm like, sir, one, why are you making that joke in the year 2022? This was like 90s, early 2000s. Also, like, you talk so much shit that's one, not funny, two, irrelevant.
Yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the O.J. Simpson case. We should just we should stop talking about that case.
Stop talking about that case. Also, can we have a joke from Chris Rock that has
that's funny,
where women aren't the punchline?
One, women aren't the punchline.
And
two,
funny,
and in at least 5 years. That was the 90s.
I also
G.I. Jane. The 90s.
And apparently a lot of people consider him the GOAT of comedy. So I don't see that.
Where?
Again, I don't see that, but I also can't say much about that because I don't know. I can't remember one special where I found it funny.
I can't remember.
I like his movies.
Sure. He was funnier when he was pretending to be a white guy.
You know, but he's funnier as
an old white man.
He's funnier as playing characters than he is like his own like personal stand-up.
And only some of them.
Because even I watched Good Hair. It was informative, but I also did not like certain pieces of it.
I did not like Good Hair mainly for the reason where like it was skewed. It was very skewed. It very much skewed in the direction that it's made the idea. It posed itself as being like open-ended, but it's very much skewed in his direction. Like the conversations that were had, you can tell that he has a certain kind of bias.
And why would you, for a video or documentary about black women and black women hair, why would you go into a barbershop and have a conversation downing black women and black women hair? Why would you do that?
Right.
And a lot of people are going to try and pose it as, oh, it was just criticism. These are not criticisms.
They weren't criticisms.
They were not. They were just being straight up disrespect. There was a difference between criticisms and disrespect.
But
my main thought, he should absolutely take that L, especially because 5 years. I will give you 5 years from 2022, like right now, 5 years.
2017.
2017.
That's far back
somewhere in there. Make a joke in there at any point. At any point. Also, fucking leave dead people alone.
Please.
Stop talking about fucking white women. Women.
Because he talks about it, women.
Because he talks about women, period. I was like, white women and black women.
He talks about women a lot.
And I'm going to say it right now. I don't feel bad for Will Smith smacking the shit out of him.
I don't.
That is my personal opinion. And this has only verified it. Like,
again, you should not try to write a check that your ass can't cash.
Right. And has been writing for years.
Speaking of years, I have a question of the day.
Yes.
How do you guys feel or deal with seasons and transitions in life? Do you feel like you know when they're coming, or do they kind of sneak up on you like the slap at the Oscars?
Yeah, that's really interesting for me because I'm just now discovering what it means to have like a season of life. I'm very much a person that just kind of floats, which is not necessarily a good or bad thing. It just is. It just is. Like, I just exist, and I just keep on existing.
Well, mini therapy moment. If you're just existing, that means you're not in tune with what's happening, which means you need to tap into that, by the way. But continue. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you. Pass me. Yes. Pass me was very much, I'm just floating. I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to do what I need to do to get to the next whatever it is. But now I'm discovering that there are seasons of my life, and I can tell when there is some sort of like shift to like maybe like an understanding, or maybe like a deeper understanding of myself, or a deeper understanding of what my next moves are. So I'm just now really kind of discovering what that means. I am in my personal life fall.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm in winter. I don't always know when a new season is happening. Or rather, I might not always acknowledge when they're happening. But sometimes I see it, and I'm like, well, should probably bunker up. Hunker down, pray for sunlight. I think personally, don't do it.
What? Okay.
I wasn't sure how bad it was going to be, so I just had to avert.
That was a beautiful moment. I was so happy.
It almost happened
that.
here, so I had to avert. I'm so sorry. I think with, seasons and transitions, sometimes they're, plain as day. And sometimes they come out of nowhere. Like
a hurricane.
Yes.
Like Hurricane Ian.
I mean, well, we saw Hurricane Ian coming.
I was not paying attention.
But that's
Hurricane
also
Ian happened to me.
That's also because you don't pay attention.
I pay attention. I pay attention to it depends.
To certain things.
It just really depends.
Mm-hmm. Like 2019 for me. My car.
Ah.
Yeah. Like I had a job that I actually enjoyed. Had a great schedule with it. It relied on my car. And after I'd, gotten all these things fixed, it then broke down in a way that was irreparable. Yeah. Not great.
What's up, B?
Mm-hmm. So then I was, in a transitional period. And then we got to where I'm at now. And, well, we will be in another transitional period very soon.
Interested? Okay.
Yeah. So do you know when they're coming?
Now I do. Because I am highly tapped into Jesus and them.
Boys.
Yeah. Because I worked really hard from 2016 till now to work through and establish and understand Holy Spirit and how to just listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew, perfect example, I knew I should have left my job last school year before this past school year happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, no, I'm going to stay one more year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it one more year and then I'm going to be done. I'm going to go somewhere else because by then I'll have my license and I can just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However, and then the summer hit and I was like, no, they got a new contract. I can go to the high school. I can stay where I'm at one more year. I can give it one more year. God said no. And the incident that happened where I was lied on and the incidents that occurred after that, it was clearly like God is saying, no, you're not supposed to be comfortable. It's time for you to go.
Right.
I've learned in my life that when you are not listening to God,
He'll push you out.
He will put you out. Like if you were being told to move and you don't, you'll be forced to.
It's interesting, right? I think you remember this analogy before because it was about it was when our cousin was slowly on that crazy tip he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was just like, when God gets to you and wants you to move, it'll be like a light tap, like this, like, hey, I need you to go do that. I need you to go do that. I need you to go do that. Like, right now, go do the things. Go do what I told you to do. And then as it continues, if you don't, it gets a little bit more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive as the time goes on. Eventually, he's just gonna like absolutely bust you in the head and be like, go do what I told you to do, like right now. And then, so sometimes I realize that like a lot of the situations that I've endured or I've been through, some of them are self-inflicted. And that hurt. And so I was like, how do I not go through that again? Or how do I not have to keep going through?
In conclusion, that shit hurted.
I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Right.
And so I think it took a lot of painstakingly long, painful, crying, uncomfortableness to understand that, like, all right, God, listen, whatever direction you send me, and I'ma do it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're saying, all right, cool. That's it. That's all he wrote. That's all they said. And so I think recently with this new job, I'm like, okay, God, I'm bored. Like, I have to find things to do.
Right.
Because I'm in an environment, and it's so funny because it's so weird not to have to be in an environment where you're scrambling or you feel like you're just never going to catch up.
Right.
And now I'm like, I'm caught up, Lord. Like I did my assignments for the day. I sent out the proper emails. I did what I was supposed to do. Like I did it.
Right. It's done.
Yeah.
And I'm
Been
like,
done. Right.
Am I tripping? Like I'm missing something. I got to be missing something. But I'm not. Everything is scheduled. Everything is done the way it's supposed to be done. Of course, the things we had to do this week that we canceled and moved, it'll get done, but it's not stressful. Right. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm finally in like a season of transition, but it's a peaceful transition where it's clear that whatever decisions or whatever things that I'm working on now and trying to do with the next year, I'm able to do it without the stress that I had from my previous job, because everything was so chaotic. I couldn't hear where or what I needed to focus on or where I need to be. Right. So I do now. So it's just difficult and it's uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And
I don't like that.
I think this current season of my life, like I said, it is a fall. It is a fall of season of my life. I'm in a period where in my conversations with God, when I sit at my altar, I'm told to hurry up and wait.
Ooh.
And I'm discovering that what I'm getting is being told that you are not done yet, but you are going to become who you need to become. There is no rush in it. No. There is nothing that is saying that you need to do this now, you need to do this now, but it's nothing rushing it. It's just saying,
just wait.
Just wait for it. Just wait.
Yeah.
And then I think that also has to do with the things that I'm planning to do in the next year. I mean, there are certain events and things that I'm trying to do, but a lot of the things that I'm trying to progress towards are not necessarily physical or like tangible. And that, I think, is what I'm more excited about, is what I'm going to be in a year from now.
The reason why I said it was winter, I've been doing just a lot to sort of keep my peace while getting through like this current job. Like, I already told my manager I won't be going on past the end of this year. And while I don't know what I'm going to do after, I have been sort of storing up my reserves, my, energy and all that fun stuff, and sort of setting things out in preparation for the spring.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, we're getting to that point because your boy has been doing work on his depression nest. So depression nest is when you just kind of pile clutter in your living space. So my room.
Yes.
I actually cleared off the bed.
Yes.
Laundry half of it has been put away.
Good.
The rest of it has dried.
Because y'all have a washer and dryer now, right?
We do.
Awesome.
We didn't for a long time. We had to go to the laundromat on site, and that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm sure.
To be honest, it was not fun.
It was not fun.
But yeah, it's just been a lot of doing things that make me mentally not happy, but okay.
Yeah.
While preparing for big changes, because I know that they're coming.
Yeah, and I think that because for you, I know your walk and journey with God is very different from ours.
I mean, all of ours are very different.
Very.
Right. Also, thank you for reminding me I need to set up an altar.
Altars are good.
I don't have no space to set up one. So.
You'd be surprised, honestly. Like, a lot of times people say they don't have a space or they don't know what to do, and then you accidentally start building a spiritual space. Like, people who have war rooms, that is your altar. Like, you have you have a space where you like designate to seek God, that can be your altar. It doesn't even have to have anything in it. It can just be a chair.
You know what? I could use that nightstand in the corner by my window in my room.
Absolutely.
That could be your altar.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I just think that, like, when it comes to... Because what I had to learn, especially when it comes to seasons and transitions and stuff, there's no way I'm able to do this without God. Because I tried. And the more I tried, the more it hurt.
Right.
And the more chaos ensued. And so I'm like, we out here fluttering around trying to figure out this space of where God should be. But God's just standing there like, hey, listen, as soon as you give it to me, all of this will go away. It's not that like everything's just going to vanish and you're going to feel perfectly fine. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is just like, when you get to that space where you're just like, God, I'm tired. God, I don't know why I was trying to do it myself.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah. And people bring up the story of Elijah a lot, where Elijah was, talking about how he was depressed and God didn't judge him, didn't send anybody to fix it or tell him to go do anything. He just said rest. And sometimes we find our answers when we just rest. It's going to get done. It's going to happen. But doesn't necessarily have to be like I'm going to have to go through my to-do list and do X, Y, and Z. And then I'm going to be like, okay, God, here you go.
Right.
Or be like, here you go. I'll be over here sleeping.
Right.
And then you tell me where I need to go. But also, I learned once you put yourself into a certain situation, God wants you to get yourself out of it and meet him back where you left him. Because he ain't leave you. He's still watching you. But he wants you to get out of the stuff you did. And then when you come back, we're going to go on to where I told you to go in the first place. So sometimes you just have to know the difference between where did you leave God and where he told you to go. So I think that, like, it's interesting. But I just know that, like, seasons and transitions are just really hard.
Very.
And I think I like the fact that we all have the support circles that we have.
Yes.
Because they definitely make things a lot more durable. Without, you don't always have to tell them this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Or I feel this type of way about something.
Right.
I do appreciate having like the kind of relationships that I have where people can see me where in places where I can't see myself. And they can kind of like let me know that, hey, you were spinning out of control.
Right. It's like, hey,
come back to center.
You're in a bit of a spiral. Not great.
Yeah.
Focus up.
Come back. And like I've had a friend recently that told me that you had like I spent a lot of my life letting life happen to me and just responding to it. And that put me in a lot of situations where I stagnate because I don't progress forward. I just let things continue to happen to me. And I do have a tendency to do that for several reasons.
Well, yeah, because one, you didn't expect to live this far. Two, once you realize, oh shit, I guess since I'm here, all right, well, whatever. I'll just buckle up for the ride, but not really being proactive.
It became like a push and pull because like now that I am here and I'm existing for much longer than I expected to, I'm now bored. With life, and also I can't just keep doing the same things over and over and over again. Like my life for a while was just get up, go to work, come home, and stop. Like it was just that, and I can't continue doing that because it did not bring me more than it wasn't happiness. It was not bringing me joy. It was not bringing me inner peace.
So what are you doing to combat that within yourself? Because that's something you chose to do.
Yeah, I have to make the decision to move.
Move how? Because it ain't just about where you live. Because you can move anywhere.
No,
and still
not move. No, I don't mean like move like that. But like it's more. You have to make the decision to get out of your box
and get out of your own way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have, and like that's really what I'm learning is that I have to, if I want things to not be what they've been, I have to do things differently than I have done.
Yeah.
Right. What about you?
Which part?
All of it.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll start back. The point. Also, my ADHD brain is going wild today.
Same.
I literally almost interrupted you. I was like, I'm gonna get my nose done today. Just, I still mean it, but I had to stop myself. I'm so sorry.
Now y'all see how I feel.
Oh no.
To me,
oh no, brain goes burr all the time.
Yeah.
So, as you said earlier, we do have different relationships with God. More specifically, I have stepped away from Christianity specifically. While I understand that the teachings are good and important, a lot of the culture that is tied to it, no matter the race, is pretty toxic. However, I do believe that there is a divine energy to the world, and everyone responds differently to it. So I see God, but not as in the capital G Christian God. And so I still try to be good and behave. Different flavors. I have had this theory for a while, actually. That
and I understand it.
Big G God, like Big G God, Christian, Christian, Judaism, they're all the same. Muslim, Hindu, I don't see why they can't all be the same and just different flavors based on wherever you are.
Well, again, this is why I've always been, especially within like the last 10 years, I'm not religious, but I'm very much spiritual. And old heads can't stand that conversation because when I separated religion from God, I saw God. I understood who he was and who he was not. Because we all know you gonna do this, God gonna be mad if you do this. God is far more gracious and far more understanding than man.
Absolutely.
He's not gonna judge us because he already knows.
Right.
He already saw it. So if he knows and he saw it.
Religion is man.
It's completely
religion
man.
is man. God
all the doctrines, all the first of all, why is there so many denominations under the same umbrella?
Right.
Why is there so many
that try to be, legally distinct?
And it was literally just these people didn't get what they wanted from the original Christianity umbrella, so they went and made something else to fit what they want. And that's why, to me, and even with the whole conversation of black folks was like, I don't know why y'all it's some black folks that be like, I don't know why y'all still holding on to Jesus when it was a white man's religion. Who you think talked to white man?
Also when
Jesus wasn't white.
Was
never white.
He was not white.
So I'm
brown.
You gotta really think about it and really process and decide, like, okay, wait a minute, which God, because God has been given to us in many different faces and facets, but when you take away the things that are tied to Christianity, you take that away, all I see is relationship and all I see is God. So I'll take from certain messages, and that's why I'm also very sensitive to who I get my word from. Everybody ain't meant to be your preacher.
Yeah.
And my mom used to say this all the time: grow where you go.
Right. Well,
go where you grow, but same thing.
Right.
It's kind of like if you don't feel something in your spirit that says, hey, that feels okay, or that's okay, because God is always going to show you what you need to hear. And even in, like with yours, it doesn't have to be, and God already knows it. Like, it doesn't have to be like, okay, well, I believe in Christianity, because I don't believe in that shit. I just don't.
Right.
I don't believe in the different doctrines. Why can't I? There's some churches that don't believe women should be in the pulpit, but when you think about it, a lot of the messages that God sent came through a woman. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them.
Several of them, right? There are, important female figures in the Bible. There's a whole book.
But she can't be in the pulpit? Why the hell not?
Right.
We can't wear pants. We can't wear what? We can't do certain things. Like who came up with these rules? Who came up with them?
Men for power.
And so again, there is a lot of things that I do not agree with. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when it comes to how I want to live my life and how I go through my seasons and my transitions, there's only one person or being that can get me through it.
Right.
And that's not anything a pastor or a deacon or whomever can tell me to change my mind about how I feel about my relationship with God.
Absolutely.
And so I never feel like, and that's why I was like, I understand where you're coming from, because we've always had this conversation, but like, I always understood it, and I feel like...
Also, Christianity always bugs me.
It does.
Listen, Christianity is a monotheistic, polytheistic religion. And I will never back down. That's a hill I will die on. They're like, it's a monotheistic. No it's you not. Have Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That's 3.
3 in 1. It's the Holy Trinity.
Right. They're still 3. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole different conversation.
Day.
But it still kind of relates to like the seasons in life, like with your own personal relationship with
whoever you believe in,
deity or whatever you believe in. Mm-hmm. That is still part of your full wellness of a person, which is the spiritual health.
Yep, and your spiritual health is your sort of guiding light. It is how you sort of navigate, through this world, because it's
hard,
riggedy rough out there, fam.
Hard.
Speaking of CP, also another thing I'm learning in this phase of my life is that I thought that I knew what I was for.
Oh no!
Like your purpose?
Yeah, like I thought I knew. Not purpose aside, because that's not. It's not mystic enough of what I'm trying to go for.
Gotcha.
It's not where I'm going for. I thought I knew what I was for, like for the body of the being.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I thought I knew that I thought I knew at least myself enough. Mm-hmm. And I'm discovering that I did not, and I'm now learning who and what I'm for and who I am.
To reframe it, you did know, but now there was a shift, so now you have to relearn.
Could be. I mean, honestly, I thought I was for sure,
Because who I am now at 30, I did not know or understand or have a grasp on. Well, it's not the same of who I had a grasp on at like 25 or 24.
Yeah, we're about a month and some from 34. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. Still changing and adapting. I've got, friend in his 40s who is like going through like unlearning a lot of like bad habits and like focusing on his mental health. Mm-hmm. You're gonna change and learn and grow, and that's beautiful. And that's great.
Because the moment you stop building and growing and learning is the day they put you in the ground. So,
I mean, in some aspects, sure.
I mean,
some people stop growing; they just stop.
Yeah,
and they keep living.
But it's like not like y'all know what I mean. But like in certain aspects, like once you stop, like it's only downhill from there.
Absolutely.
It's a little uncomfortable. I'm finding myself mourning the person that I used to be.
As you should.
In a way. Because not that person's dead. They're just not me anymore.
Right.
As you should.
I'm seeing that like a lot of things about myself that were maybe childish kind of falling away. I'm being forced to grow up in a lot of ways. So I do mourn that part of myself. Not in the sense of like, oh, it's sad, like I'm not a child anymore and I'm not a child at heart. I will forever be a child at heart and a big ass kid. It's more of I have a deeper understanding of certain things now and I mourn the ignorance. I maybe mourn the ignorance of certain things. Like certain things are much more complex than I thought they were. Life is far more complex than I previously had experienced or had thought it was.
It can be.
And as I'm growing up, I'm learning new flavors. And I think I may be mourning those old taste buds because I don't have those same same person anymore.
Yeah, the taste buds, they go away.
Apparently they do it every 7 years.
Yeah, your taste buds change every 7 years.
Like
so maybe I can try salmon again. Maybe. Maybe.
I
can't swallow salmon, but
I was wondering if I could try shellfish again. I just
have your EpiPen on deck, sweetheart.
Ain't no EpiPen for this.
I'm like a small piece.
Ain't no EpiPen.
You ain't got no EpiPen.
This isn't a real allergy. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you what my doctor told me.
We'll do this offline because we run out of time. But go ahead and take us out.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Favorite real season?
Winter.
The in-between time between fall and winter.
My nigga. Correct.
It's that little space.
I do enjoy that.
Correct.
No, I do enjoy that. But I didn't have a word for it. So I don't
know what to call it. It's like a weird transitional.
It is, but I love it. Because, I like cold. So, and it's weird because people's like, your birthday in the summer. I hate hot.
Summer. My birthday is the worst time of year.
But your birthday's also not in the summer. But okay.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's in May.
That's not the summer.
May is the summer.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Hey.
Summer starts June 21st.
My love, my sweet.
It's spring.
We live in fucking Florida.
We don't get no spring.
May starts in April. May starts in April.
Take a little bit of that look out.
I refuse.
In a way.
Something happens when the sun comes out. And Florida said, hey, bitch, it's summer.
Right. Summer starts in April in Florida. I'm so sorry. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry.
Officially, summer is June 21st.
Wow.
Anyway, so what's up? Because it's fall right now. Happy fall, bitches.
Happy fall.
Hey, spook season. It is upon us.
I'm so excited.
All right, so come on, take us out, girl.
It's time for Music of the Week. Music of the Week. Hey, Music of the Week. Music of the Week. Hey.
You did a weird thing.
She did a weird thing.
You did a weird.
She does a weird thing.
The syncopation went off, and I was like, "Nah, guy, I don't have it. What happened?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start. So, my favorite music of the week is the new Into the Woods soundtrack. It's real good.
I want to go see it.
As do I. So, do you know the whole cast? I'm not even gonna tell you the whole cast. Okay. So
I'm gonna look it up. Don't tell me.
No, I have to.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay. Sarah Bareilles. You already know.
Yes.
Patina Miller.
What?
She's the witch.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
All right. So, Brian Darcy James, a.k.a. Shrek. And I don't know if you've listened to this one, but he's also from the Wild Party. Yes, fantastic. So
I need to go see this.
Correct. There's also Gavin Creel. He's nice, lovely voice. He's one of the princes. Joshua.
He's a very nice prince.
Yes. Joshua Henry. You remember the black man from Tick Tick Boom?
Oh.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
I cried like a little bitch on that damn movie. That was the other movie I forgot to cry like a bitch on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, and then the last name that I'll bring up because it's important. Philippa Sue is Cinderella.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I'm making. You know what? How long they gonna be on there? Because that's might be my trip for my birthday, or we gonna make that a trip for like February or March or something. Okay, we're just gonna make a trip because I got to go.
So yeah, so like the acting choices are a little weird. Like in the recording, you're not gonna love Little Red.
You're not. Oh shit! No,
you're not gonna love her. However, in the end, she does grow on you.
Okay,
she does grow on you.
So we're gonna make that plan. Okay, we're gonna plan the things because now I have to go.
Why are you looking at just her?
I wasn't looking at just her.
Okay.
I was looking at her for a minute to make sure she knew she was included in these plans.
Okay, cool.
Because she be playing too much sometimes.
Yeah, and
then I'm going to call Patty and tell Patty, bitch, get your shit because we're going to New York.
We're going.
And since she's closer, she can just be
cold as a bitch out there.
I mean, depending on when you go, but yes. Yes, that is the thing.
We talking about January, February, March.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it's going to be cold in a bitch. But I want to
have clothes for that, so it's okay. Let's see. So, damn. What's been on repeat for me?
That's really what I've been thinking about the whole time. Is what exactly have I been listening to? Because
it was that I've listened to it like 3 times already.
Damn.
Actually, I'm sorry. So it's a song called "God's Will" by Dennis Reed. It's such a great song. I was gonna say the other one, but it's one. But God's Will has been on repeat.
Okay, gotcha. What about you, mon dear?
Photosynthesis by Saba. Can't tell you why. I don't know.
You know what? It'd be like that sometimes.
I like the production of rap is so very important to me.
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like how it was produced. Mm-hmm. There's like a lot of elements to it that just kind of like brain tingles. So
rap is just the voice. So you gotta have like
the production's got to be there.
Yeah, like, it's got to be there.
You don't have a singing voice that's like singing like we're paying attention to the vocals. Like no, I mean yeah, we're like listening to your word flow and everything like that. But like your production's got to be there.
It's definitely more critical. I like it's more crucial
very
in
much,
that. Yeah.
But like artists like Saba and Smino, I love what they do with production. So with the production of their work.
Legit.
So.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been another episode of Code Switching Naturally. Got a little deep, and I kind of enjoy a conversation like that with them. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend.
Tell your mama now.
Yes, please. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Code Switching Pod. We're gonna try to do better with like keeping up with our social media stuff.
Oh my god.
We're gonna try. We're definitely gonna try. We need to because the things. But yes. So until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.